their little actions and the words that they're saying behind your back.
It's the microaggressions.
Mhm.
It's nothing big. It's microaggressions.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Disrespectfully the Gworlz. We're talking all things entertainment, racism, and fatphobia with the multi-talented Cedric today, y'all. He is our next special guest. He's a singer, actor, and let's be real, potentially comedian, ? During this episode, Cedric's going to open up about the realities of being a black plus-sized gay performer in an industry that loves your talent, but God, my God, they hate your truth. It's honest, it's raw, and of course, you know it's going to be disrespectful. Y'all get your blanket, get your popcorn, get your snacks, get your wine, get your water, get whatever you need to get comfortable, and let's get into it. And remember, bitch, sometimes you just gotta be disrespectful. And we are live. Hey, everybody, it's your two favorite punks and sissies on all of planet Earth. All, not part, not one little state, not nothing. All of planet Earth in this big old rock that's floating around in one galaxy of billions of galaxies in the, well, not solar system, but in whatever space is. I can't think about it too hard, okay? I'll start panicking. But you know what? Y'all didn't kick us off the internet yet. We are back here, another episode with another special guest. And, you know, some people would say that I am your hostess with the mostest, but my name is Destin. It is not Dustin. Y'all keep calling me that. Destin like Destin, Florida. Destin like Destiny without the Y. Destin like Final Destination, if you will. Okay, that is my name. Please figure it out properly. Thank you. Love you, Pookie. Now, I'm here with... You know, I almost said the fakest co-host on all of planet Earth, but I won't do that to you, girl. I won't do that to you today.
Faking what?
Huh? You know what? We'll discuss that off camera. We won't do that in front of people and embarrass you.
So
Co-host,
shady.
co-host,
So shady. So shady.
Oh, y'all see? I'm not shady. He just don't want y'all to know the truth. Co-host, can you please introduce yourself for these fine people?
Hey, y'all. It's your boy BB. And it don't stand for bumper bumper. Bitch, I don't do traffic.
Girl, ain't no bumper to bumper over here. He don't do... Get the fuck out the way. Okay? He not using a blinker or nothing. Get the fuck... I can't stand driving in Baton Rouge. Every time I... Bumper to bumper for what reason, bitch? Either exit or take your turn or get the fuck off the road. What are we actually doing? What is going on?
Because people don't know how to drive.
Girl, we do not do bumper to bumper. That'll piss me off quicker than anything else on planet Earth, girl. Oh my God. BB, girl, we got another special guest. I'm excited for this one for real. And I really am. I actually like authentically mean that. And you know what? I'm not even gonna say too much, girl. I'm gonna let him do all the talking. Oh, special guest. Can you please introduce yourself for these people?
Hi, I'm Cedric, and I have a master's in trauma dumping.
Yes. Relatable. Like, I mean,
trauma.
I have a master's in trauma dumping, girl. Don't play with it because look, you might as well just y'all. I'm convinced everybody around me just identifies as a dumpster with the way I'll be dumping the trauma because open the lid, pour that shit in.
Well, I mean, we come from a generation to where we were born in trauma. Like, come on. Like we started off with 9/11. You know, no, what was it? Y2K. So we had Y2K.
They don't want to talk about 9/11. Whoa.
No. Well, you don't want to hear about 9/11.
Then we were like, okay, we're good. No, Iran, Saddam Hussein going on. So then he's gone. And then we were like, okay, the Obama administration, we're doing good. Then we Trump. And then we Biden, and we were like, okay, can we stop? And then we Trumped again. So trauma dumping is what we do.
Girl, we doubled back. That's kind of crazy.
We went from worse to worse, sir.
Look, from worse to worse, sir.
It went from worse to worse, sir.
Because my God, what is actually going on? And not to mention, I'm a 92 baby. And I feel like, was there not like a big economic crash in the late 80s?
I feel like there was. I want to say, didn't the stock market crash?
Yes, I think so. And not to mention, we've all lived through at least one major pandemic at this point. Like, it's not really been a good time.
Oh yeah, because Carisha, I forgot about her. I tried to block her out.
Girl,
Miss Carisha,
oh, Miss Carisha, girl, fuck Miss
Carisha.
Carisha, girl. She done been blocked, booted, removed from friend list, unfollowed, unsubscribed. I even gave a -1 star, and it just didn't help. She just kept showing back up.
And kept making appearances.
Because why are you on our FYP page? What is actually going on?
You thought you could get rid of me, bitch?
Come back.
Here we go. Miss Carisha. Oh my gosh, she fucking dead. No, she not. She keep coming back, girl.
Look, COVID,
Oh, my Lord have
was
mercy.
a time, but that's us. Our generation. We were birthed out of trauma, and we are the direct result of trauma.
Come on.
So
Come
when they
on.
ask what's wrong with the millennials, we're traumatized.
Yeah.
We don't have anything for you all because you took
excuse
it all
me.
from us.
Have you ever heard of PTSD? That's what's wrong with them. That's
Yeah,
what's wrong with us. Cedric, girl,
yeah.
explain to us, explain to the people. Who is Cedric? What do you do? Girl, I'm looking at y'all. I know y'all already reading his title
Okay.
down below his name. Girl, it says actor, singer, comedian, ?
Yeah, so I'm an actor. Yeah, I went to school for that. I have a degree in that. I'm a singer. I've been singing ever since I was 4 years old. My uncle is a music professor from Kentucky State University. He just retired this year, but they used to make the joke that I was reading music before I was actually reading, because I was always with him by his side, so I stayed around music. That being said, singing's a very big part of me. Like I said, I have a degree in theater. I was actually one of the first African Americans to get my degree from my university in theater. I'm actually a Kentucky Colonel because of that, so that's pretty chill. Graduated December of 2019. I said the world is my oyster. Yes, I went to this theater conference called the Southeastern Theater Conference. Got a bunch of callbacks. This was February of 2020, and I said, yes, we're about to do this. Woo! Callbacks, theater, this, that, and the third. And then
Boom.
Carisha.
Fuck
Yes,
Carisha, girl.
Carisha.
Carisha, I don't know if you listening, bitch, wherever you are, whoever you are, fuck you. And we mean that disrespectfully, bitch.
Right.
Very much so.
I bet that bitch is bald head.
Gotta be.
You know, Coco Roro does not feel. Yeah, she got a few tattoos on her face.
Mm-hmm.
She's not one of the girls. She's
She not.
She's a man.
She got a tattoo of her cross right in the middle.
Look, that's for the priest on Ash Wednesday, girl. When she going on Ash Wednesday after cutting up all Mardi Gras, he say, "Oh, I know exactly where to put it. Right where that cross is, girl. Right where the cross is. Don't play with it."
Right. Exactly.
So for full clarity, we're kind of meeting Cedric in real time with you guys. So I saw him interacting. I saw him on some of the posts that we were doing. And girl, he wasn't playing no games. He said, "I want to be on the podcast." I said, "Pause. You don't just come on the podcast." Okay. I said, "Girl, what you want to come talk about?" I said, "I need to look at his page and see what's going on." Soon as I see his little gay ass running through a field. Look, I don't actually know, gay or not. I don't know, girl. I'm just calling him his little gay ass. I don't actually know nothing about him. But I digress. I saw his little gay ass running through a sunflower field. I said, "That's my friend." Okay. No one could tell me. A field of sunflowers? I've never even seen sunflowers in person. And I saw the energy in that video. I said, yes, this is someone that we can fucks with, as they say.
I believe in living life in the moment, and believe it or not, I go out of my way to find beautiful places like that. Like that I was on a theater tour, and that's a story in itself. But I was actually on tour. My tour partner, she was hanging out with her husband, and I was like, you know what? I want to do something different today. So I found out the state flower for it's either Kansas. I think it's for Kansas. Is the sunflower. So all around Kansas, there's just these beautiful sunflower patches that just are everywhere. And I found one, and I said, I'm gonna go hang out there.
No, literally. And you were like in some overalls, right?
Yeah.
That just added to the whole aesthetic. He's running around in overalls in a field of sunflowers. I said, yes, I love this so much.
I'm all about Black boy joy. If I'm not gonna do anything else, I'm going to have peace, and I'm going to have joy. Them are two things that no one can take from me.
They're non-negotiable.
No.
Yeah, very much non-negotiable. And we support that. We say all the time, I don't care. Yes, be selfish, because you have to. If you don't protect your peace, if you don't ensure your own happiness, who is? Because they won't. I promise you, nobody else will if you don't.
Let me
They
tell
really
you.
won't.
Let me tell you. Oh, here we go. All right. I
Girl.
can tell that drink is hitting, but here we go. I did a theater contract. Won't say the name of the theater, but it is one of the oldest theaters in the state of Kentucky. It was an outdoor summer stock theater, and they had me contracted for 3 characters. 1, 2, 3. One of the characters I was leading, so like I was actually going on for every day. Another character I was leading, so I was going on for, and then I was supposed to understudy a 3rd character. So once they had my contract signed, they told me this 3rd character I was actually going to be going on for 3 out of the 5 days of the week. So essentially meaning I wasn't understudying at that point. I was swinging, meaning that they would have had to pay me more money.
Correct.
So I was like, okay, cool. I didn't argue about it, didn't complain about it, didn't fuss about it. So there was another character, because they didn't hire enough black males. There was another character, the actor, he was actually one of my good friends. His name is Jordan Owens, an amazing singer. But he got sick. And they came to me and they said, you're going to be playing that character. And my whole take on it was, I would have been fine doing it if you would have given me the money. But you're coming to me less than... At this point, it was like less than 8 hours beforehand and telling me you're going to be playing this character, learn his song, learn his part, learn it all.
In 8 hours.
In 8 hours. They wanted me to do top to bottom. And my thing was, I was like, I can't do that. One, it's a lot of stress already. But then number 2, you don't want to pay me.
That's nuts to me.
Well,
That's nuts.
This is how they got away with it. They put a clause in their contract saying any actor has to go on at any time for any character. So essentially what you just said was your entire company has to have the entire script memorized from front to back. But
Correct.
My question is, and this is where we're going to get into the things. You hired 2 black males for the entire summer. 2 black males. One of them went down, right? So you have 1 black male that's supposed to be covering his character, somebody else's character, and doing this other thing. And you say that you're going to help. I would give them that. They said that they were going to help me. But the thing was, is my whole placement on it was, 1, pay me. Because you're already getting an extra character out of me.
That is number 1.
Just pay, like, I'm the type of person, you can ask me to hop on one foot for 2 weeks and I will do it.
But you're gonna pay
make sure you're giving me what I'm owed.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you're giving me what I'm worth. And once that situation occurred, they had what was called giving it away. They had what was called a Joeless show, and they blamed it on me. So I experienced microaggressions from the rest of the summer, from the rest of the cast, that were including but not limited to. I had heat exhaustion. Like I physically got sick from heat exhaustion. The cast made fun of me, and that became a running joke about me having heat exhaustion. There were times that they sat there and they were like, well, you know, if you don't feel good, maybe you should just quit the show, things of that nature. And me, I'm like, I mean, I'm fine. It's just, we're in 1800s clothing out in the middle of Kentucky, and it's summertime, and you all aren't giving us any breaks. We went 6 weeks straight without having a single break, but you all aren't giving us breaks, and heat exhaustion is real. It does sit in.
Very real.
Say that that contract kind of taught me about self-worth, because being around a bunch of people that don't care about you, care about your well-being, it's very taxing on the mind. And I'm, like I said, my best friend, his name is Jordan Owens. Now I have another friend of mine, her name is Carmen. If it was not for Jordan and Carmen, I genuinely don't think I would have been here, because those people were absolutely vicious towards me.
Oh my gosh. Hello. Shout out to you, Jordan, and shout out to you, Carmen. And if I had to explain in one little sentence everything my man just talked about, it makes me think of There's a partner at a firm that I used to work at who had a sign on her desk. She was probably the most organized and like just put together accountant that I've ever worked for, like partner wise. And she had a sign on her desk that said, "Your lack of planning is not my emergency." Your lack of planning is not my emergency. And so I need everyone to listen to that because that's what he just said. And you may be thinking, what are y'all going to talk about this episode? Did you catch that foreshadowing? His little story? Because there's a lot more coming. So
we got to get into the things.
Look, we will get into the thing, but I tell you where we are right now. BB, what segment have we come into in this part of the show?
Hey, yo, Miley, what's good?
The first segment. Hey, yo, Miley, what's good? It is my favorite segment. Why? A bitch like a little positivity and whatever. But I tell y'all what, every single episode, well, maybe not every single one, but for the overwhelming vast majority, I mean, our episodes are going to be talking about things that are uncomfortable, things that people try to get you to shut the fuck up about. We don't shut up on this show, okay? We grab our megaphones and we talk about it because we're sick of it. There are so many things that people deal with on a daily fucking basis that need to be discussed that no one wants to talk about. There are so many things that everyone thinks is just better because we live in 2025 and the world isn't the same anymore. The world is the same, if not, we're going backwards. Okay? So there are things that still need to be discussed. I've had people say, these are the same tired topics we've been hearing about. Then why are people still going through it? Obviously, y'all not listening, bitch. So, exactly. But before we get into all that fun stuff, we're going to start with, hey, yo, Miley, what's good? Because we like to keep just a little positivity and say, you know, regardless of who's in office, regardless of whatever crazy fucking things are going on in this insane universe, there has to be something. There has to be something good that's going on, even if it's very minute. And so, Cedric, you are the special guest. So I'm going to start with you and say, hey, yo, Cedric, what's good?
What's good with me is I just signed the lease on a new apartment. I'm very excited about that. I'm moving very soon. Actually, I'm moving on Wednesday. What's good is that I'm seeing my mother the first time that I've seen her since last November. Ooh. So like she's in town, so like I'm getting to hang out with her. And what's good is I'm getting ready to audition for a very, 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 very big show. And this is my third time auditioning for this show, and I've gotten callbacks for this show before. So what's good is I hope things turn out good.
Oh my God. We're sending all the good vibes your way. BB, send him good vibes.
Yes, good vibes.
Literally, we're sending them
you
to
got
the camera. BB, you over there just being quiet, looking at a bitch. I don't know why you just sitting there looking. Ain't shit funny today. What's good with you, girl?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. I would have to say we kind of touched on it earlier. My peace of mind. We are living in such a crazy society. So much is happening in the world, and to me, like my mental health comes before all of the other nonsense going on. So lately, I just been in such a state of peace of mind, despite everything that's going on with work and my personal life and everything around me. So definitely, I feel like having a peace of mind, it just is very, very important to me, and like it just is great. So that's what's good with me.
Come on. And whoever don't like his peace of mind or tries to disrupt his peace of mind, you will have to deal with me. You will be dealt with.
Out of here.
You will. Don't call my motherfucking phone. Don't call.
Get her out of here.
Look, you need to leave.
You need to leave. Get her out.
Get her out. Oh my God. BB, you just go over to sit over there and talk about you, bitch? You don't care about what's going on with me?
Hey, yo,
so Destin. A bitch don't care about me no more?
Hey, yo, Destin. What's good? What's good? What's good?
Since you asked. Thank you, girl. Since you asked, let me tell you what's good with me. Sometimes Saturdays just be Saturday and in the best way.
Yeah.
To anyone listening today, it's Saturday, and girl, the vibes on this Saturday, I haven't had this in a minute. I haven't had it in a minute, right? So I know so many people watch and think like, oh, you said you're an accountant, so I don't get it. You have a little office job. But listen, you know how many times I work on the weekends, girl? Too many, okay? And we didn't do that today. I had my sister-in-law come over yesterday. Girl, we stepped into the Garden of Eden for a little while. We had a good time. I went to get on, TikTok live and talk to my girlies, and that got cut short. We'll talk about that later. We will talk about that later in the show, just not in this segment, bitch. But we stepped into the Garden of Eden and we had a good time. And then I woke up today refreshed. I woke up. I didn't set no alarm. I just woke up naturally. Whenever the sun is awake, so I'm awake type situation.
Oh, you were living your princess vibe.
We are. And then I went and get iced coffee. I had to go get some iced coffee. I got a little boudin kolache. I came back. We were catching up on Beauty and Black, me and my boyfriend. And so I think we just finished episode 4, so we're halfway through the season that just came out.
Don't tell me not a word about it.
Not a word, girl. I'm not gonna tell you. BB done finished it, and it takes him every day to not. Yeah, he fights every day to not tell me what happens.
It came out on a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I was finished by Friday night.
And I know that's how I'm about to be. I'm just waiting until I move into my new place.
Yes,
that's gonna be my first. I'm getting a 90-inch TV for my living room.
Whoa! I shit about IKEA.
Well, because my birthday, I didn't get myself anything, and this is 30 for me. I said for 30, I want something obnoxious. So
come on,
90-inch for my living room.
Come on, 90 inches. You know what else is good with me? This wine.
Ooh,
okay, girl. So BB got so the girls. I think we've discussed this about 100 times on this show, but I don't care. I will always talk about my girls. Okay, on this show, the girls are Destin and BB. Outside of the show, the girls is Destin, BB, and 3 other queer people, okay, who were all each other's chosen family. We all initially lived in Baton Rouge, and we didn't really have our families around, and so we were each other's little family. We've kind of split up now, not for bad things. Everyone just lives in different places for work. As far as BB's in Missouri, we got one in New York, one in New Orleans. I'm in Baton Rouge. Girl, we're all over the place, okay? But before it all happened, before we all split, BB made everyone personalized wine glasses, and he picked the most terrible picture of me off of Facebook to put on the front of this cup.
That is such a good picture of you.
I didn't have my beard or nothing back then. I mean, it was a very light beard.
That's a good picture of you.
I feel like I'm giving grown man butch queen now, bitch. Not this whatever the fuck this is, okay? But and in the back of all of them say
she's beauty and she's grace.
It is. And the back of all of them say, let's sip to the girls. Okay. And that's what we're gonna do on this episode is sip to the girls.
Yes.
This little pink Moscato got me. I love it. It's so good. I just pulled it out the little wine. We got a little wine cooler in the front.
Oh.
I got my boyfriend is a big wine drinker. So for I don't know, maybe Christmas or something. I think it was Christmas. I got him this big, I say big. It's not maybe 4 feet tall, but it's like a refrigerated wine cooler. We feel so bougie. When people come over, we're like, yes, go in the wine cooler and grab yourself a bottle.
The wine cooler is that way.
Look, pay no attention to the shitty ass paint job in this raggedy apartment. Go into the wine cooler and get you a bottle.
Not gonna lie, the first time I went in a wine cooler, I felt very, very, very royal.
Stop it right now.
I was like, oh, a wine cooler. And guess what? I'm a temperature bitch. So it was at 38. I was like,
it's a perfect temperature, girl.
Perfect temperature.
Yes. And then you open it, the little light comes on inside when you open the door. I said, oh, hold up. Cool
it's giving wine. Fancy.
Cold wine on tap, if you will. My gosh. Y'all, for anybody who has watched this show for even 30 seconds in totality since we began, even if that 30 seconds has been split up over multiple weeks, y'all know a bitch got ADHD. Okay, so listen, we bounce all over the place, and by we, I mean me. So honestly, if I even stay on topic with what we're supposed to talk about, I call that a win. Okay, so but what you will notice is so many people who have ADHD get what? Hyperfixated on shit. And girl, I'm no exception. I'm no anomaly to that rule. Okay. And so we just like to do a little segment called what, BB?
Weekly Obsession.
It's the Weekly Obsessions. Anyway, so we just want to do a segment called Weekly Obsession so that we can go on and discuss, just different things that we've been obsessed with during the week so that you guys can see what are they like outside of this little podcast, outside of the little tiki-talkie, if you will. so that you can just, actually get to know us some. BB, I'm gonna start with you, girl. What have you been obsessed with since the people have last seen us?
So this week I've been obsessed with Cardi B's new album. Am I the
Oh,
drama?
am I
Yes.
the drama?
Yeah.
Am I the drama?
So
Talk to me
listen,
about it. Favorite
listen.
song?
I'm
All they just talk to me.
I'm an R&B type of guy, but
Mhm.
I do appreciate a female rapper. Um, but she definitely ate the album down. My favorite song
Mm.
is "Safe" featuring Kalani. I love Kalani. But this album is really, it shows her talent, and it's like her talent. I would describe it as raw. Like she just gives this raw energy, like unapologetic energy, and I love that. And she has several like features on this album: Megan Thee Stallion, Lizzo, Kalani, Janet Jackson, Selena Gomez, and the list just goes on and on. And that's been my weekly obsession.
I love it. I think I listened to like the first, maybe not quite half of it yet. Like I think I got to Safe, and then I stopped because we had to film an episode, and I was like, I'll get back to this, and then I didn't. But I will say, I do think it's good. I do think it's good. But I know she's like hitting a bunch of records right now, and she's the buzz girl.
She
Everyone's
just got
talking about her.
she I think she was the first or the fastest growing artist this year to hit platinum. Like her album went
Yes.
platinum in like something crazy, like 24 hours or less than
Mhm.
24 hours. It dropped at midnight, and then
Period.
by that morning it was certified platinum.
Yes.
Hey, if she like it, I love it.
Shout
I
out
know
to
that's
Cardi
right.
B.
I know she about to get some coin.
Balconies is I call her by her government. Balconies.
Come on, Balconies.
Because that's the energy she gives. Like Cardi B
And
sounds
this-
very like young, like in the name, but when you say balconies, oh, you know that bitch means something.
Yeah.
About to
And
do
she
something.
means
Like an old
every-
messy drunk auntie that pulling up to somebody's get together.
Every
single
Y'all
word.
Balconies done got here.
That's on
every
balcony.
single
She
word.
don't
Balconies just got here, girl. Don't let her get on the balcony neither.
We don't tamper with balconies.
Yes, she said, a gun to your head named Fatphobia songs. I'm like, I only know one.
I only
so
know one, and
I'm
it's
dead.
a feature with Nikki. She said Barbia.
I'm-
No shade to the
dead.
girlie, no shade, because I don't know her, so I can't have shade. But I'm just saying I don't know your catalog, girl. But no offense. But oh wow, okay. Cardi B, Am I the Drama is his weekly obsession. Cedric, what you been obsessed with lately, girl?
You took a good one. The album was delicious.
It was.
Because I've been jumping around song to song as well. This week I am obsessed with these new shower curtains that I'm getting.
Come on.
They're yellow and black, and so I'm a Cancer Leo cusp, like right there between Cancer season and Leo season.
Okay.
And my new place has 2 bathrooms, so I'm doing one of them Leo themed and then the other one Cancer themed. But my Leo themed bathroom, it has like this these black and gold like lion on it, and it's like all iridescent-y, and it has the matching floor mats, and I'm just ready to put that up. I'm still working on my Cancer bathroom, but yeah.
Yes, we
Oh my
love a
God.
good bathroom design. Like, so Destin, his bathroom, he designed it himself. And when I tell you,
It's not
when I
good.
tell you, it is good. It is good. He got sunflowers.
It's
a whole
sunflowers.
thing.
That's why I loved your video. My whole bathroom is sunflowers.
Sunflowers
He
can
ate
just
with
brighten
it.
your day.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
yellow is my favorite color. And when people say, why is yellow your favorite color? I literally just say, because when I look at it, I feel like I feel warmth and happy, and it makes me feel happy and positive. And I can't explain that. That's just what the color gives. It's giving happy, right?
You can't wear
And
yellow and be
so-
like, I'm sad.
Correct.
Right.
It looked like this. Hi, I'm really sad. That's what it would look like if you wore yellow and said you were sad. I'm really sad because it just makes happy. Like yellow is just happy.
You know that
And
face
so-
you just did? That's the face I make at every audition when they tell me no thank you. And I'm like,
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm not gonna go home and kill myself. Like,
I'm weak.
you definitely have not added to my trauma.
talking about this with my
Have a
therapist.
great day.
Yay, another rejection. That's just so crazy. But no, I love that because like I wish I knew how to decorate better. I don't feel like I'm a good decorator. I feel like even a blind squirrel can find a nut every now and then, right? And that's where I'm kind of at. My room's a little cute, and then my bathroom's a little cute. I just want to stop and realize that you said something. You said you had 2 bathrooms. A bitch just went from a studio to a place with 2 bathrooms, and I love that for you so much. I love it.
I'm the type of person that when I say I want something, I'm going to have it. And I told myself when I move, I want 2 bathrooms. I want a bedroom for all of my personalities. Me and myself wants one room, and then I want a completely different room because I doesn't always fuck with me and myself. So sometimes
come on.
Be over
Come
here.
on. It so is me, myself, and I, but we don't always fuck with each other.
No, so I gotta go to his own room, but then me and myself, their room.
See, we about to take that question mark off a comedian because this man is killing me already, to be honest with you. That's funny. Y'all, let me tell y'all what I'm obsessed with. So, listen. I was on the phone with my sister-in-law FaceTiming the other day. She was like, "What you doing?" I was like, "Same thing I'm always doing when I'm not working. I'm working on the podcast in some way, shape, or form." And she was like, "Well, stop for a moment. I want to show you something." And she was like, "I was watching Hamilton. Me and her, so she's married to my brother. Me, my brother, and her are like the biggest Hamilton nerds. We send Hamilton TikToks back and forth in a group chat all day. And they were the same as me. Like the first time I saw Hamilton, I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I get it. Now, I didn't see it because it wasn't out on Disney Plus, right? I had only heard the like the soundtrack. And I was like, I just don't know if it's giving what they think it's giving. Like, I just don't know if this is for me. But I'm the person who I always go back because I love discovering new music and new shows. And so I went back and I'm listening. And then when I watched it with the visuals too, I was just like hook, line, and sinker. And so now we're like completely obsessed with Hamilton, which has nothing to do with my weekly obsession. Just the fact that she was watching Hamilton. So sorry for that little rant. But y'all see the logo, Disrespectfully the Girls logo. It's me and BB in front of some microphones, and there's a flag in the back. And while she was watching Hamilton, she made this for me on a little canvas. And so I was like, oh my God, stop it right now. And then on the back, she wrote like some detail. And so on the back, it says, Claudia Lyons. Oh, to the girls, destined, because she made a replica for BB as well. Like she did 2 of them. Oh. And it says painted by Claudia on September 16th. And it says time started, beginning of Hamilton. Time finished when Burr shot Hamilton. And I just think that's so funny for whatever reason. Yeah. But no, so this is my weekly obsession. I'll probably be obsessed with it for more than a week. It is so cute. That's and when I first saw it, girl, it was on FaceTime, but it just looked like this. And I didn't see that it was a canvas. And I was like, oh, that's cute. I was like, I'll have to get a frame for it. And she was like, well, it's a canvas. And I was like, oh, I thought it was a piece of cardboard paper, girl. So, yeah, my dumb ass. But if you're watching this, Claudia, which I know you are, thank you, girl. This is so cute.
Yes.
And you know what? Honestly, if y'all want to send us gifts, send an email over to disrespectfullythegirls@gmail.com. That is GWORLZ, disrespectfullythegirls@gmail.com. And I might just give you my address to come over here and give me a present. You know what I mean? Let me not do that.
I accept all forms of money. All forms of money.
All forms.
All forms.
All forms. And when you're questioning, does he mean this by all forms? We do.
All forms. Cash App, Zelle.
All. Including non-cash, including non-money forms of money. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? Okay. I love that though. I love that. Oh my God, y'all. We are already into the main topic. What the fuck am I talking about? The main segment of the show, people, called Let's Talk About It. Now, this is the main segment of the show. Okay? So whatever we got to talk about, this is where it's going down. We're not holding back. We're not worried about hurting your feelings. We're here discussing what needs to be discussed because it needs to be discussed because somebody got to talk about it. Somebody got to do it. And who's going to do it? The girls. The girls going to do it. So Cedric reached out to me when he said, you heard me earlier. He said, I want to be on the podcast. And I was like, okay, send us a DM and we'll discuss it. He didn't waste no time. He commented back and said, I just DM'd you. And I said, I know that's right. He's serious. Let's go see what he's talking about. So he was explaining to me, I'm an entertainer. I do this, that, and the third. I'm an actor. I sing, comedian, question mark. And he said, I honestly want to come on and discuss my story and the experiences that I've gone through with the fat phobia and racism within the entertainment industry. And listen, I don't know why. Well, I mean, I have such a love for, when I say entertainment, I really mean shows, right? I have such a love for like plays and musicals and things of that nature. But so many times, I'm not naive. I'm not stupid. I'm watching a show and I'm like, my God, where's the fucking representation here? Like, what's actually going on? And not to mention, so many people don't want to talk about things like fat phobia because that is a real fucking thing. And so I said, you know what? We're bringing him on. I called BB immediately. He was like, yeah, we're going to fucking do it. And so Cedric is here, y'all. So Cedric, I know you talked about it some. Just recap for me just a little bit, just in case this one was taking over for me some. I just want you to recap a little bit of your background with singing, with acting, with whatever you do. Lay out the accolades for us. Give us what you've done. If there's anything that we can find you on, just lay it all out for us and set a foundation before we get too far into the weeds.
All right. Well, hello, friends. My name is Cedric Calhoun. Cedric James, CJ, whatever you want to call me.
Whatever you want to call him.
But I am an actor. I am a singer, comedian, and vocal coach. I work for Diva Theater Productions, and I work under them. I do a lot of youth work, specifically acting and singing wise. I've been singing since literally the age of like 10. I think I did my first show when I was 10 or 11. But I found theater and I fell in love with it. As a child, all I loved to do was sing. I love being seen by people, which is so funny because I love being seen by people, but I also don't want to interact with people. So it's like, watch me. Well, I want you to see me. Okay, now stay over there. So
but leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, like I'm very much a cat. Like I want to be seen, but don't touch me.
I'm weak.
I'm not like deep in the industry, but I have done like some regional theater. I've done some touring theater productions. What else have I done? I've done some summer stock theater. So like I may not be like a 15 plus year seasoned professional in terms of like professional theater goes, but like I've been doing it for long enough now.
Girl, you've been doing your shit.
Yes.
I don't like to put myself up too high because I believe in keeping myself humble. And thank you for saying that. But I just say that to say that I've been around the theater spaces enough to know what it is and what it's not.
That's okay, girl. You can be humble. We'll brag on you on behalf of you. Yes. So I'm curious to know what is like, and it doesn't have to be musical. I always say that just because that's like kind of my favorite form when we speak of the arts, so to speak. And so, but I'm just curious, I'll just say project, like what was your favorite thing, project, whatever it is that you've done, if you had to pick one?
So during COVID, I got the chance to be a part of a virtual reading through Allen and Gray Productions for Princess and the Frog, the musical. So
yes,
in their workshops production, I played Louis the Alligator, which it was all done virtually. They were an amazing team to work for. But I have to say, whether it be in person or virtual, that was one of my favorite experiences, to be able to work with well-established people in the industry and see how they maneuver and see how they function. It was amazing for me. For me, yeah, that's it. Oh, and then directing a virtual production of Once on This Island. I got to work with a few different Broadway professionals. Actually, one of them, really good friend of mine, he was in Mean Girls the musical when it was on Broadway. Oh, my phone died. Okay. He was in Mean Girls the musical when it was on Broadway. One of my best friends, she was my co-director. And I got to work with a host of amazing, talented individuals. So I would have to say between those two moments so far, those are like my defining like favorite moments in my career.
Oh, I love that for you so much. No, because I know I'm not in that industry, but I know when you get wins like that, you gotta celebrate them because it's a tough industry to be in. The competition is fierce. But the reason we're here to talk, because on top of the competition being fierce, you have other factors that work against you that everybody doesn't have to face. There are hurdles and obstacles that you deal with in the industry just trying to get a regular role, so to speak, that other people don't have to deal with. And so as you go into these, everyone on here is a little thicky girl. Everybody on this call today is a little thicky. And so I'm just curious to know, because you did mention that to me in the messages, right? That you experienced fat phobia and you experienced racism. And, you were talking earlier and it's like they literally came to you as a basically just fucking figure it out and just do it at the same pay you're getting paid. But you're going to do this guy's role because we didn't ensure we had enough people for this character who was obviously a non-white character. And so it's like,
The
they just
character's
assumed that
name,
you were just going to do it. And so go ahead.
the character's name is Old Black Joe. Old Black Joe.
What's the name of the show?
It's a musical that, in my opinion, should not be running anymore. I'm not saying that the theater shouldn't be running, because I believe that the company does great work. However, I do believe that show has become a hindrance to them, not because of the person that wrote it, but because the show was initially a minstrel show, right?
I was going to say that's what it. Just the things you're saying, I'm like, girl, this is given the only culture it's serving is white culture or something. I don't know what's going on. The show was
initially, I think it was written in the late 30s, early 40s. So when the show initially premiered, all the black characters were done in blackface, and that was up until I think the 90s. And then in the 90s, that's when they changed it from blackface to actually African American black people doing it. But they've tweaked it and they've made changes over the years. But it's one of those things that a minstrel show is a minstrel show, no matter how you try to dress it up.
No matter how you look at it, baby.
Exactly.
And in 2025, especially with the government that we're under, especially the regime, I personally don't think that show fits into 2025. I do think the directors of that company, they produce great theater. No matter what the cost, they produce great theater. But I feel like that show has had its time, and we need to close that.
And not only is a minstrel show, but you can see, even though we now have black people playing the black characters versus a white bitch in blackface, look at how you're treated. I mean, we had 2 people in the cast who were able to play Old Black Joe. And now this guy is out. They come to you and give you 8 hours. Hey, you have 8 hours to figure this the fuck out, with no additional money. And then they just went on to have a Joeless show.
Yeah.
Did they? Right? You said that, right? They had a Joeless show.
That's what it was called. That was deemed the Joeless show. It became a running joke of the summer. Everyone blamed me for the Joeless show. And what added insult to injury is at the end, keep in mind, I'm extroverted when I have to be, but when I'm like with myself, I want to be with myself. If I trust you, if we're on that level, then you can come and be in my space and my energy. But like once I'm done with work, I'm off work, right? My friend Jordan, he had to convince me to go to this award show that they do. So I was like, I don't want to go. He was like, you didn't go last year, you got to come this year. I said, okay, I went. They didn't tell me that there was going to be a roasting ceremony. So they had a board of, I think it was like 8 to 9 people. A few of them were actually people that I went to college with, which we'll get into that whole debacle anyways. But a few of them were people that I went to college with. They also were doing the show, and they were just roasting people, but they always seemed to spend a little extra time on me. So they always kept coming back to me. They talk about the Joeless show.
You're an easy punchline to them.
Yeah, like it was just, and by the end of the night, I was crying. And there were people that were literally coming up to me, smiling in my face, saying, "Did you enjoy the show?" And that was, yeah. And then when I made a Facebook post, never naming the theater, but I made a Facebook post essentially saying, "This is how you made me feel." And because I said it publicly, they kind of like blackballed me from that theater. Like, they won't work with me. Like, I'll talk to the executive director. He is a sweet dude, but like his assistant director is a living nightmare. Not because he's a horrible person, but because he refused to acknowledge anything that was going on that summer. And he essentially would say, "It's not my job. I'm not here to handle that. I'm not here to handle that." And it was a nightmarish experience working for him. I really do wish him the best, but he was horrible.
That's something that, first of all, thank you for sharing, first of all, and thank you for even making a simple Facebook post like that, because I'm sure you knew in the back of your mind that you could face backlash from that. And it's hard. Now, the reason that we started this was to bring people on to speak about experiences that we cannot speak to. BB can speak on queer experiences and Black experiences. I can't speak on Black experiences. We can't speak on experiences that people like you have because we're not going through it, right? So I'm always careful with, or I try to be careful with what I say, because I don't ever want to put words into the mouths of people that I can't even necessarily relate to. So you hear me say all the time, I will always advocate and support trans people and the Black community and this, that, and the third. But I try it, and it's a hard fine line for me to try and straddle, because I want to support and advocate as much as I can, but I also don't want to speak to your experiences. But what makes me wonder about this, which I will speak to because I know my people and I know how my people are, I do want to ask you, because it makes me think, I'm just going to get straight into it and stop dancing around it. When that happened, I'm sure that most people in the company there are probably white actors and actresses. And I'm curious to know, because see, this is what people always say, "Oh, I just, especially in the arts, right? No, we love Caribbean, we love Black people, and we're so open-minded."
That is,
but how often do you see the people who benefit from that white privilege, when it's time to stand up and say something, they go, "Oh, well, are you okay? Did you enjoy the show?" No, bitch, obviously he's in tears. Like, open your fucking mouth, because all of you just sat here and watched this happen. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing, and this is why I'm the type of person, I don't try to judge people at face level, but if I dislike you, I'm usually like, there's a reason why I don't like you. Like, I'm very in tune with my spirit and my emotions, and I'm very much so like, I don't like you, and I don't know why I don't like you yet. But this individual that did that, look history behind him. From what I was told, we'll use allegedly. Allegedly.
Oh, up the allegedly sign, like Maddie and Craig. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, because I know somebody from that company's gonna watch it. So allegedly, in the late 90s, he killed an unarmed Black man.
Oh.
He was a police officer, and he didn't get dismissed. Allegedly, he got pushed to like a sheriff or something. Like, they pushed him to another department. So the thing is that his mentality towards this, I expect it, because my thing is that I have to realize I'm dealing with an elderly white man. That's number one. An elderly straight white man. That's number two. But an elderly straight white man from Kentucky that was a police officer, anything that I say, he is going to say that I am trying to play the victim. So no matter what I did, no matter how I said it, it
doesn't matter how you would have responded. It would have been the wrong way, regardless.
Yeah, I was the victim. So like, no matter how much pain I was in, nobody cared to see it, because there he goes being the victim. We're all going through this. But you all aren't getting picked on by each other. Like,
it's
y'all are
different.
Y'all are openly like being mean to me. And I'm gonna tell you what, this should have been a red flag for me. On my birthday, the first summer, they threw a pool party.
I'm scared to even know where this is going, but go ahead.
And I didn't get invited to the pool party on my birthday.
And I'm sure you were probably one of, if not the only one not invited.
Yeah.
Of course.
I did not get invited. This was my first summer. My second summer, at the beginning, things were a little bit better, but also there were a few people that I went to college with. In college, these people always, because he's a slacker. He's late always. He always does it. Like, there was always reasons for them to dislike me, but their friends could do the same thing. But what it really boiled down to, in my opinion, was I was a black male, and it's intimidating. Like, that's really what it is.
And you know, that is, whenever you hear Black people say we have to work twice as hard to get a fraction of what you get, because just like you said, but their friends could do it. So the thing is, if you take away all the details in the situation, and someone would say, oh, well, he was late and we just can't deal with that. That's not the issue. Cedric knows, okay, I was late that it. The issue is, why is it fine for them, but it's a problem for me? Because when you come in late, someone goes, oh, mental note, the Black guy was 6 minutes late today. Mental note, the Black guy messed up his lines 3 times today, and whatever. You know, I'm just making this up as I go.
To be real with you, and this may add to, and this is me trying to rediscover myself as a performer, because I'm not going to lie to you, I still do voice teaching. Right, I still do acting, still acting teaching, but I've not touched the stage personally in a year and a half because that summer it traumatized me so bad. By the end of the summer, I literally had a psychotic break. I ended the summer having a psychotic break with COVID, and I had to call out my last 2 shows, and the director was so pissed at me, he didn't even call to check on me.
With COVID, mind you.
Yeah, so he hit on a point of that I wanted to really kind of elaborate, and I had similar experiences with my job currently. With the whole they think that you're playing the victim, that I'm the only person of color in this room full of non-people of color, and they think that you're kind of making excuses or just saying anything. And that really messes with your mental health. And you spoke on it, psychotic break. I get you. I completely get where you're coming from with that, because that recently happened to me at the job, because currently I'm the only person of color in the office. And it's just, simple fact is, there are little actions and the words that they're saying behind your back.
The microaggressions. It's nothing big. It's microaggressions.
Because I mean, you do have the few people who have their nutsack hanging low enough to walk up to you and say what they actually feel, but the vast majority of people in today's world, it's going to be nothing but microaggressions thrown at you left and right.
Yeah, and then it's just getting past that. Because guess what? We're humans at the end of the day. So it's not like we have to script all of our emotions, because guess what? I'm going to what if that happens to you? You're going to react a certain way. People react differently, but you're supposed to just hold all of this in. And that really messes with your mental health.
I'm about to say it like T.S. Madison would say it. I let these white niggas push me away from my calling. And that is a detriment to me as an individual, because for me, performing is a calling. It's not something that I just do like, oh, you know, I like to sing, I like to. No, it's something that is ingrained in me.
Yeah.
And I let these people push me away from my calling, because first and foremost, they didn't do it. I had to let you do that, because you don't have that much power over me. So I let you do that. So I let you do that. That's the thing. And to this day, a lot of those people still won't acknowledge what happened that summer. They
won't, babe.
Yeah. And it's so sad, because it's very much so. It's so sad because it's very much so like you smiled in my face, but behind my back, you were saying a lot of stuff. Yeah. I did a theater tour. Theater company is still existing. It was my first children's theater tour. It was their African American History Month tour. We did 3 shows. We did Freedom Songs, the musical Black History. We did African Folk Tales, and we did the Jackie Robinson story. This was for a children's theater tour. We were the only tour that they had on the road that were doing these shows.
Mm-hmm.
The vehicle that they had us in had no insurance. The
what?
vehicle that they had us,
God forbid you had gotten pulled over with no insurance.
That's how we found out.
Stop it right now.
We had driven from Asheville, North Carolina. We were in D.C. When we were in D.C., we got stopped. Not only was there no insurance, the tags were expired. So you all had us driving this vehicle all over America. And I still have the text messages in my phone where they said to us, if you get a ticket, we'll pay for it. And it's like, no, that's not the issue.
See, I'm about to cry. I don't know if y'all can see, but my eyes are tearing up because it's so, and I know so many people who watch this may be like, well, that's silly. It's not silly because this is the ultimate, well, maybe not ultimate, but a clean and cut example of privilege. Because people who don't understand that you're saying, well, I'll just pay for the ticket. No big deal. But what are you going to do if they pull over a vehicle full of Black people and now people end up dead? And people think, well, why would that happen? Well, why did Sandra Bland die? No one knows. To this day, no one knows. Okay, she got pulled over for a blinker, I think. Maybe fact check me, I forget. But I think it was, I know it was a minor traffic violation, like a blinker or something of the sort, right? And people don't realize these things happen because the second you question the authority, the second you question the cop on anything, my God, it can turn deadly. And it's just like, that is just... that just shows me that people have no even sense. And also you're liable for this vehicle. How about fucking put insurance and tags on it? You're a business. This is not my company. Before I get in the vehicle, how about you handle that?
I'm gonna tell you, we were in Washington, D.C. They made us go and do our shows up in Cleveland, Ohio. So we had to go from Washington, D.C. up to Cleveland, Ohio, mind you. Then once we got in Cleveland, Ohio, they were like, okay, now your next stop is going to be a few miles away from the center. So you're going to drive here to come get tags. So at this point, they've known that we've not had tags since Washington, D.C. So now we're driving from Cleveland, Ohio, back to Asheville, North Carolina. At this point, we've literally driven half of the eastern seaboard with no tags, and you all are okay with it. And your response to us is, well, we'll pay for it if you get a ticket.
Okay. QUE question mark.
We'll pay for it.
I just don't. That is just so crazy. Like, because people just don't get it. And it sounds so simple. And the white counterparts, may say, well, ours didn't have that either. Okay, but you're not going to face the same issue I'm going to face if I'm pulled over. Right. And also to that, it's frustrating because even if you say that, I know if you say that to them, they don't take it seriously or they just think it's fake. Right. They don't see it for what it is because most people will only see the experiences they live through this like very tunnel vision, like they're a donkey going through with the little blinders on in the field. They're only going to see directly what's right in front of them, and they don't care about hurting their little neck to turn left and right and see what's going on the sides. And so it's crazy. And it's like, for me, it's also frustrating because when you often hear of the arts and things like that, you often hear of acceptance, and these are the people who are open-minded. It's almost like when I speak of the queer community, and I've started even saying community in quotes all the time now, because even just since starting TikTok, well, I say starting TikTok, since promoting the podcast on TikTok, because we're not actually trying to be TikTokers. We love TikTok. Y'all have showed us love, girl, but we didn't try to be TikTokers. We just putting clips on there and said, these people love us. They're showing up. But since we started doing that, I've really started seeing that people within our own community, so to speak, have just vastly different beliefs on even the rights that certain people should have on, representation and things like that. And so it's very weird for me. But when I see, I forgot where the fuck I was going with this. That's what I was getting at is, they're only going to see what's directly right in front of them. And so
Well,
it's like, what do you even do at that point? Like, how are you supposed to navigate something like that? Like, I don't
I'm
even know
gonna
if
tell
there's an
you.
answer to that question, but like,
I'm gonna tell you just based off of my experience, right? I am a fat, black, gay, somewhat spiritual Baptist, right? So
oh,
spiritual as Baptist.
girl, you
And
hit it all.
well, but what I say that to say is it's wild at being at the intersection of all these minority groups because each one of these minority groups hates me
Yeah.
because I'm a part of another minority group. So the
Mm.
Christians hate me because I'm gay. The gays hate me because I'm fat. The fats hate me because I'm black. And it's like this constant. And I just realized because I reached a point of just so much self-loathing. And I
Yeah.
had to tell myself, sir, somebody's always gonna hate you. So it is best that you love yourself for who you are because everybody's gonna find a reason not to love you.
You have to.
It's just it's very disheartening. Like I know for a fact for me, there are certain companies that when I know that they're holding auditions, I do not go. I don't go. I won't go. Case in point, I used to go to their auditions and I would be like, well, I'm killing this little dance. I'm over here. Okay, I'm doing a little two-step. I killed this little monologue. Why am I not getting the callbacks? And then I'm
Right.
looking to my left and I'm looking to my right and I'm like,
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
that's why. When they say athletic built in their little posting, they meant they want somebody skinny. But in all their descriptions for their characters, they'll be like character look-alike, athletic built, or character
Oh,
look.
that's so vague because have they ever seen what the offensive linemen look like on a football team? Those are athletic people too.
No.
Those are some big bitches.
They want athletic build because
Just
they
say
can't
skinny
say,
bitches. They can't say
they-
skinny, but we'll just say
they
skinny
can't.
bitches then.
They can't. They have to say athletic build.
You know, I get so sick of that because now I can't speak on some fat experiences, bitches, because I got that going for me. But you know, it's just frustrating because you do like, you know, I said this before to someone where fat people can't do anything, right? Even simple things like if you were to go to a buffet and eat 2 to 3 plates of food, as most people do at a buffet, a skinny person, they would be like, oh my God, you can really eat. A fat bitch, they're like, he's fucking disgusting. You're a slob. You know, if like you can't even burp. If a skinny bitch burps and a fat bitch burps, it's 2 different reactions to the situation. Like let's be real, a fat bitch can't even lose weight without skinny bitches saying something. You lose weight, oh, he's just doing that because he just wants to be skinny, or you're doing it too fast, or you're doing it too slow, or you're doing it the wrong. And it's like, we cannot do anything to please you motherfuckers.
I had the gastric sleeve surgery in 2021. At the beginning of 2021, I had the gastric sleeve. I went at my highest weight. I was, I think, 415. I went from 415 down to 260.
Oh,
and I did this within like a year.
mm-hmm.
And then
Shout out.
It went from you're too big to you're too black. And at that point, I was like, "What in the
It
actual
just
fuck?
shifted." Yeah.
What did so you're just telling me that at no point you ever had ambitions on me being in this room or being in this space. So that's why I had to come to the realization that like you have to do your art for yourself. You can't do it for anyone. And you have to hold on and remember why you were called to do it. Because I understand that these people's jobs are to judge, but to judge and to criticize, there's a really thin line. And a lot of people don't know where to find it, that to judge you versus to just criticize you.
You know, something that, and I'm gonna be real with you, I had even discussed this with BB. Something that really gagged me in the messages you sent me was you said you had even auditioned and been told that it was great, and then you were asked to then sing behind a curtain, essentially. Or I don't want to say be a ghost singer. I don't know what the proper terminology for this is here, but can you speak on that? Because I think that's fucking crazy.
So I'm not going to embarrass nobody. I'm very formal. There was a small theater in Tennessee. They were doing a production of Grease. I auditioned for it. South Tennessee.
Will you tell me what character?
It was for Teen Angel.
Okay.
Billy Porter's Teen Angel. Like, went in for the audition, sung my behind off. It was cool. Did it through self-tape. They reached back out. Hey, we want to see you for more. Can you please send us over this side, and this side? I sent them the sides, whatever.
What do you mean the side?
Like so
pictures?
Side is kind of like the pieces of the script they want to hear you read, or they want to see how you sound like vocally in that thing. So it's kind of like when you have to do a side, typically you have somebody behind the camera, they're reading off camera, and you're just kind of like acting to the camera, or you're acting to
okay, got you.
Your script.
Gotcha.
But they did sides, did my sides. Then I got a call. Hey Cedric, this is from theater.
They already starting with positivity when they about to give you some bullshit.
They were like, your audition was amazing. It was fantastic. We love your voice. We love your energy. Unfortunately, we just don't see you as a good fit, but we still would like you a part of the production. Would you be all right lending your voice to the show for this character? And I was like, oh, so I'll be playing the character of Teen Angel. No, you'll be lending your voice.
No, I want to be clear. This is a live production of a show, like on stage. So that means that someone would be lip syncing to.
So essentially, somebody's going to be up front doing all the choreography, all the movements, because apparently, with me being black, well, not black, with me being fat, I can't move, I can't dance. I can't dance. Like, I can't do any of these things, even though I went to school for it. And, I'm actually a fairly all right dancer. Like, I'm not horrible at it. It's not like my strongest skill. Like, I'm not going to put it in my little whatever, but like, I'm fairly all right.
Dancer question mark?
Yeah. Dancer. Well, there's dancer question mark too. Right. Strong mover.
Levels.
Strong mover. But it was just, for me, that was the first time I was like, oh. So it's never been my talent. Because my talent's not the issue.
Right.
Because you want my talent. You just don't want me.
And that's what it is.
You
don't want my talent. Correct.
You want this voice. If this was the Little Mermaid, you would be Ursula trying to steal the vocal. You want this voice. You just don't
know that's right.
With it.
Well, that just struck a chord deep down inside. Like, because that's what it is. But that is what you see with so many things. Like, whenever it comes to, and this might be completely off the rails, but it just made me think of it. When I think of things like cultural appropriation, it's the same thing. Like, you want that. You want their clothing. You want the music. You want the way they speak. You want all the things, everything that they've created, influenced, and touched. You want it, but you don't want them. And I don't know why. I know that's kind of like off topic, but it just made me think of that. And it's like, how dare you look at someone who came in and killed an audition, and then you call them and you say, you actually did great. You actually did amazing, which is why we're calling you. So we want your talent, but we just don't want you. Huh? QUE question mark? What do you mean? I don't know how. I don't care if it was just a little assistant secretary making the phone call. I don't know if I could call someone and tell, like, you actually did amazing. We don't want you.
It's and the thing is that, like, this, not to this extent, but something similar happened to me when I was in high school. We did a production of Seussical the Musical. We'll never forget this.
I'm sorry, did you just say Seussical the Musical?
Yeah, the musical about Rocky C characters. And they did not want to cast me as a lead, which was fine. I told them I didn't want to do the show. I was like 15, 16 at the time. I was like, that's fine. It was supposed to be my senior show. Didn't get cast as the lead. It was cute. Whatever. I didn't want to do the show. They begged me, oh, we have a little side character for you, and he has a little song and whatnot. No. What it was you needed my voice because you knew that your chorus wasn't going to be strong enough without my voice. Because, lady, I didn't want to do your show. That's my thing, is that at the time I didn't realize what that was, like what to call it. I knew I was offended, but when you're at that age, you have emotions, but you can't really communicate or place them. So it was one of those moments where I was like, I can't really place this, but for some reason I'm angry. And as an adult, when it happened again, I was like, oh, that's why. Okay, yeah.
Here's the two dots, and you just connected them.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, and I don't look from my experience, or not from my experience, from my standpoint. I feel like I don't even know a way forward from there, aside from what you've already said. Like, first of all, I just want to say thank you for, regardless, walking into those spaces and just being you, whether that is being your just like gay self, whether that is just saying, you know what, I'm bigger than these other people and I'm still going to show up and I'm still going to audition, or I'm the only, non-white bitch in here and I'm still going to show up and I'm still going to audition. But my God, like, that has got to just be the most, because that's got to be exhausting is the only thing I can think of. Because the way forward, I tell people all the time, you have to be you, right? Mm-hmm. Even when you're in, because it's hard when people say, well, y'all, we just love that you and BB are just being yourself. You realize it's hard for me to get on here, especially, and I love that you said it, when you were going through the reason that each other group hates you for being part of another group. When you got to the gays, you said the gays hate me because I'm fat. Mm-hmm. And that was one of my toughest things with coming on this platform, was not coming on here as a fat person, was coming on here as a fat person who I knew was going to have a mainly queer audience. Because when I tell people all the time that queer people oftentimes don't like fat people, they look at me like, huh? And I'm like, just because there are people who have fat fetishes and who love the big boys does not mean that the overwhelming vast majority of the gays, especially when we're discussing white gays, really have like an issue with fat people. And it's not even just fat gay people, it's just if you're not thin, just bigger people. Mm-hmm. Even if you're like, there are some people that I'd look at and be like, they're not even fat, they're just a little thick and they look good, like they're and it's just like, they'd be like, ugh. And I'm just like, what do you want, like the body of a skinny 12-year-old? Like, I don't understand what y'all are looking for out here. Which honestly, when they go around looking for twinks, I'm just convinced that most of them just want little boys at that point. Because I'm like, it's giving you want a skinny, small, hairless. You want the idea of a boy without being called a pedophile is what you're looking for. That I don't know how else to say that. And that's why in my household we always say down with the twinks.
Well, because it's, in my opinion, it's weird. The gay community is so weird. I have this saying that the T in LGBT, it does not stand for trans. It stands for straight, because we put straight.
You said it don't stand for trans. It stands for trade.
Yes, LGBT. Lesbian, gay, trade alliance. Yeah.
Speak on it.
Let's be real. We put straight down low men, gay, black, white, whatever. We put down low men on such a pedestal that we try our best. And I think that's what some of the body images is, because in their minds, if I can look like a straight cis male, like to the umpteenth degree of being like, I may be a little, but at least I look like the image of a straight cis male. And we put them on such a high pedestal that respectfully, they're a part of the community. So engage,
whether the trade want to be part of the community or not, they are. Yes. Just because you're not out here saying I'm part of the community don't mean you're not. People just don't know. And it's like, what you're saying is actually such a good point, and it's actually a very hot point going on right now. I'm sure y'all have seen the drama with like Jeffree Star and all these different people. And honestly, it's all, and I think it's important to note, and I know this is not the overarching topic, but fuck y'all.
We're gonna talk. Let's talk about it.
What's important to note is that just because you're in the queer community does not mean you're exempt from having the same ideas of people who support the patriarchy. Anytime they see anything that has any level of femininity, any level. Now, some people look at you as exhibiting a level of femininity just because you're the bottom in the situation. You can be as masculine as you want, but if you're a bottom, you're feminine, and therefore you're more like a woman, and therefore you're like below the people who are the top like alpha dogs in the gay community. Bitch, I don't know where the fuck this came from. I mean, I know it's all rooted in the patriarchy, but it's like, my God, what is going on out here?
Well, it's has it always been around to some degree? Possibly, but I feel like now it has just become so glorified because I don't feel like past generations were glorifying this as much. And
You feel
maybe
like the gays were like really going for the gays and the Gworlz, not the
Yeah.
I feel like in recent years, within like the last 10 years, that's been like the thing. And I'm like, that's weird because I don't think, like, I may be wrong. Somebody correct me, but I don't feel like that was always the case.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
I
what
agree.
it just kind of throws me for a loop, this newfound mindset. Or
Yeah.
maybe it's just now people are more comfortable letting this out. So I don't know, but it's really weird because, like, if you meet me and see my energy, I confuse a lot of people because I can be your good sis,
Come on.
or I can be your bro. Like I can do either one because I'm a true believer. It's not about
Well, I'm not one thing.
yeah, like I'm multidimensional. I'm multifaceted. So you trying to put me in this box?
Yeah.
Right.
It's weird to me. It's just so strange. Like why do we do that as queer individuals?
You know, I'm gonna tell you why. Because this is what Maddie said on Fag Talk. Y'all ain't got gay mamas no more. Don't nobody got gay mamas no more telling them, because this is, I mean, like, I don't even know the answer, y'all. It makes me mad. I'm just annoyed because it's like, I told my therapist, this was the crazy part. You would think like a bitch loves Nicki Minaj, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to the Nicki Minaj concert, and this was before I started taking any type of like antidepressants or anything for anxiety and things like that. And I'm a just fairly anxious person, especially when it comes to like crowds. But my therapist was gagged when she was like, "Why are you so stressed about this Nicki concert?" And I was like, "Because I'm walking into a stadium full of gay bitches." And she was like, "What? Like, why?" Like, she was just not understanding. She was like, "Why would that like scare you? I thought you would feel like probably more comfortable." And I was like, "Absolutely not. The gay people are some of the most judgmental people I know. Not only just your body, but just in general, like just in this like," and I'm not saying everyone, obviously, but like when I look at the gay people who are glorified in the community, it's just very much giving like ugh to anyone who's not on their level, so to speak.
Yeah. It's like they're given a checklist. Like you're given a checklist, and if you don't check the boxes, immediately big ol' ass stamp on it. Denied.
Well, bitch, I'm a circle anyway, so just get me the fuck out, bitch.
This has always been my thing because I'm which is why I crack myself up because people see me, oh, that's the artist. He sits under trees. He goes to the park. He skips in flowers. I'm like, yeah, I do some of those things, sometimes. But people, it's like the era of mystery. It's kind of fascinating because now I'm in a relationship, but at one point in time I wasn't. We've been together for almost 2 years now. Love him dearly. But it's weird because people are fascinated by this idea that they've created of me in their head based off of like a few pictures on this app or a few pictures on that. So like they've created this whole person. And me being an actor, especially when I was on tour, it was toxic. I know it. But when I was on tour, I was using those good acting skills because I was playing into it. I was like, I'm never gonna see you again. I'm gonna be here for like 2 nights. I'll see you.
Bro, this is a one and done.
Yeah, like I'm never gonna see you again. So sure, I'm dark and mysterious, or I'm afraid, or I'm whatever you want me to be, whatever. Because I'm never gonna.
We're just practicing for future scenes in the future. That's all.
Legitimately, right. I just say that to say that it's so odd. Being an artist, being a Black artist. I'm going to say this.
Say it. Say it with your chest.
Um,
Don't worry about these bitches.
I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this. I have a lot of friends that are in theater.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of friends. I have a lot of friends that are in Black theater. Black theater is a lot more supportive than generalized theater. However, there is still a very well-known hierarchy, and you can see it. Now, in terms of sizeism in Black theater, you don't see it as much because we realize as Black folks, we big. As long as Big Quan can sing, Big Quan can sing. But within Black theater, it's more about how many followers and who you know. As opposed to, and I don't want to say there's not talented people out there, because I know some talented singing people, but also you can see certain people maneuver their way into certain spaces, and it's like, oh, you weren't the best vocally, but I see how you got there. So networking too. Networking is a big part within Black theater, but Black theater versus generalized theater, it's two different monsters. Because when I go into a Black theater space, I gotta sing that day. Like I have to sing. I can't sing. I have to sing. Because if I go in there singing, that's not.
Look, you can take that over there to them white bitches. You can try that on them white bitches, girl. Maybe that worked for them.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
not for
Maybe
us.
that worked for old Black Joe character with them white bitches, but that ain't gonna work over here, girl. This ain't Kentucky.
Going back in with the mother girls.
Exactly. This ain't gonna work for Quan.
But and the thing is what's so wild is when I go to the white spaces, if it's not classical theater, they expect me to riff and run up and down the scale.
Very stereotypical.
They want me to do every Beyonce run they've ever heard. They want me to scream at the top of my lungs. They want me to run down a scale. They want me to back up the scale again. And I'm like, thank you for your time. Goodbye. Because
you know what's funny? And not funny, haha, funny, weird, is they want you to do that because that's a stereotype, right? That's just how Black people sing. But then they want that. But then I guarantee you, because I know my people, most of the white bitches in that crowd are going to go, he's doing too much. All he's doing is yelling. That's not even singing. That's yelling. And then you start riffing around. They're like, what is he doing? Like, just sing the song. It's a fucking setup. It's like you go in and it's like, this is the role, right? It's almost the same as when you see, and again, I haven't obviously experienced this, but you hear the stories of it where Black people get hired for certain roles. And then they go in, maybe they're coming in as an actor to rob a store, and they're going, give me the fight. And they're like, no, do it real gangster, right? Like hold the gun and say, give me the fucking money sideways, like be gangster. And it's like, you're a white bitch who was raised in a very privileged household in some suburban neighborhood. Do you even know what gangster is? Like, you know what I'm saying? And so it's almost like a setup where it's like, we want you to play this role. And then it also just like feeds into their...
I'm going to put you on game. I'm going to put you on game. Ready for this? Look at 90% of the Black roles that have been played within like the last 5 to 6 years, and ask yourself what country those Black people are from. Because what's happening now is they're realizing Black Americans aren't going to play into the stereotype. So what they'll do is they go overseas. And I'm not saying he's not talented. I think Idris is very, very talented. But if you hear Idris talk, and then
British,
you hear Idris talk, you get very, here you go, mama. But if you hear him talk, when you hear him talk, thank you, mama. It's very vastly different. Another one, again, I think she's an amazing performer. I think she's an amazing actress. I have no ill will towards this woman. And if she happens to see this, Cynthia, I love you. However, Cynthia Erivo is another one. They got for Harriet Tubman. They got for Aretha Franklin. Like they go overseas and they find people because they realize, and there's nothing wrong, get your bag, chase your bag. But overseas, they're trained on how to act the stereotype of Black American.
Yeah, because they think they play into it. And, you know, also I'll say when it comes to Cynthia, love her and her character. She's fucking talented as all get out. She was talented in The Color Purple. She's talented in, she's talented in everything she does. But it's also just not fair for her to judge Black Americans based on a stereotype because, you know, she's made a bunch of comments that people didn't like. It's like and that's the hard part, right? Because Black Americans here say, we're not doing this anymore. We're not fucking with you setting us up to feed into the stereotype. And so instead of saying, oh, you know what, you're right, we're wrong, this is really a stereotype, it's really negatively affecting the view and just furthering the distance between the two sides here, so to speak, they just go, oh, okay, well, we'll find someone else who will do it. They don't care where they're from. They can go find these bitches under a fucking dumpster or something. They don't care where they're from. As long as they'll come on and hold that gun as gangster as they want them to hold it.
And get your back. Like, I am not disputing. I'm never going to judge a performer for getting their back. I literally played a character for 2 summers that was a slave. I had to get a bag. I was an employee. I had to get a bag. And once
I'm not going to sit here and fault you for that either, because I don't want to sit here and act like you don't have any opportunities. But I know that you get less. And so there are probably times where you're like, I just got to take the opportunities I get at times. Girl, I got bills to pay.
No, like legitimately, it was like, well, all right. It was, okay, here we go. And you try to, in hopes, you try to, as a performer, to form a good relationship with like 2 or 3 good theaters. So you know that you can just work within those 2 or 3 theaters. I have a good friend of mine. He's a resident actor at the Dallas Theater Center, amazing performer. But with him, he doesn't. He's doing a lot more now outside of that theater, but he really doesn't have to go outside of that. He's kind of found his home theater. So that being said, with him having that, it's, I don't want to say easier, but he has the privilege of. I know I have this show, and this show booked already for this year. So I know these times I already got work coming. All I got to do is fill in these 2 slots.
Yeah, it's a much higher sense of security, just in the sense of he'll have some money coming in. Jeez. And you know, it's like moving forward is just, it's hard, right? Because I heard you say you've realized that the only thing you can do in these situations is to just love on Cedric for whoever Cedric is, right? Girl, whether you're 1,000 pounds, 150 pounds, whether you're some manly man, quote unquote manly man, or you're some like feminine gay man, it's like, regardless of what you are, when you walk in that room, like, you have to love on yourself, because babe, you're gonna face hate from almost everyone in the world, because you're at so many intersectionalities of marginalized communities here. And so I don't know. God, I mean, I wish I had something to say sometimes. Sometimes I just don't know what to say because the system's so fucked up. There ain't much for me to say.
That's why you laugh. That's why I'm a comedian, question mark.
That's why you're a comedian. It's the trauma. We need to go back. It's the trauma, girl.
It is the trauma.
Yeah, that's where the funny comes from, because it's like, what else can you do besides laugh?
Try and make a bag off of the damn trauma is all I can say, girl.
Hey, let me get a check.
I mean,
check,
it's just crazy. But I do like people, like when I see people like you, it is so inspiring. It really is, because it's like, it's hard for me, right? I'm not even going to say the fat part. I mean, because that plays into it, but I don't really care about that part with what I'm about to say. Just as a gay man, and I'm fully white, right? I've had people on here, which by the way is a little weird for me, because if you saw me in person, you'd be like, oh, he's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer white. Like, he's like that kind of like Vampire Diaries type white. Unfortunately, girl, step out into the sun for 5 minutes. Right now, my little light that's glowing on my face is like a very amber, warm light. Okay, if that light went off right now, you'd be like, oh, he's a ghost.
Really?
Girl, yes, I hate it. And it's only gotten worse since I work from home now.
So now it's like,
only gotten worse, Lovey.
I can just stay inside. I can just stay in my cave.
Literally, it's so like, I step outside in 30 minutes, girl. I might get a sunburn depending on the day if I don't have sunscreen on. 30 minutes in, and we're like turning red as a crawfish. So, but what I will say is, even for me, as a person who, you know, obviously benefits from privileges of being a man, from privileges of being a white person in this country, when I walk into a room, it is still so very difficult for me to be my authentic gay ass fucking self if I know I'm the only one in that room like that. So when I look at people like you who do not just have that one thing like I do, you're at this intersection of a million fucking different things working against you. It's very inspirational. It really is. And I mean, there's nothing else I can say because it is like when I put a post on our Facebook page today that said, or yesterday or something, that said, you know, you will feel the energy, or I'm sorry, I think I said something to the effect of like when you walk into a room, regardless of who's in there, and you start being your unapologetic, authentic self in any room you walk in, that's when you're going to feel people's energy like really like sucking to you like a magnet. And as soon as you hopped on this call, I could feel it because I think people, whether they want to cast you or not, babe, I love that you're authentic. Okay. And it's just, it's hard because I don't know the answer because like you go be authentic, they're still going to not give you the role. But
here's the thing. There's not an answer. And that's the thing. My existence is the answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the answer.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I could spend every day wallowing in self-pity. I could spend every day sad and down and depressed. But what I've had to learn for myself, and thank God for therapy, I'm a big advocate on mental health in the Black community, and that's a whole nother thing. But I've had to learn, because I sit at all these intersections, I wasn't afforded the opportunity to not be myself. Because if I don't know myself at any one point, one of those intersections is going to try to pull me. Well, you're Christian, so you got to be Christian. Well, you're gay, so you got to do this. Well, you're Black, so you got to. And I had to know myself at an early age to go, okay, you're this, you're this, you're this, you're this, you're this. All of these things. And then, you know, they'll be like, well, you can't do, no. I'm all of you. I'm all of you in one. Because we're not, yeah, like legitimately, America's a melting pot. I am a physical representation of what America's supposed to be, a melting pot.
Ooh, I like that phrase. Can you say that one more time for the people who may not have been listening properly?
I am a physical manifestation of what America is, a melting pot.
Come on.
It's not just skin color. It's not just, well, I'm half Black, I'm half white. No, I'm gay, I'm Black, I'm that, I'm a Christian. And guess what? My boyfriend, he's pagan.
Come on.
Like, it's just, I don't know. We spend way too much time putting labels on things and not just enjoying each other's authentic company.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. I live life from that perspective of I have to be the authentic me at all points in time. So I'm sorry if you get offended, not you, but like if people get offended by that. But I can't. I can no longer live from a place of let me tailor this to me.
No, fuck it. No, I'm with you because it's like, and we're gonna start wrapping up this segment. Otherwise, because I can sit here and talk to Cedric for 14 hours, I swear, and then y'all ain't gonna listen for 14 hours, okay? And y'all gonna piss me off with that one. So, but no, seriously, it's like what so many things that I hear you say is like, you know, another hot word. They just want you palatable. You know, it's like if you're not palatable, just sit down and shut the fuck up. Or we'll take your talent and use it, but we don't want you. And it's just like, girl, like it's so inspiring when I see people like you because it's hard. People don't realize that because Cedric saying I'm going to be myself regardless might make Cedric not have a check come in that month. Okay. It's not that simple.
It's two things for sure. In the words of T.S. Madison, and I learned this from her, tried and true, and it helps me. Anything that my name is attached to,
come on,
a check in some,
a check will come.
TikTok, whether it be I post a Facebook reel, whether it be I'm on Instagram, anything, even if that means I got to go work a 9 to 5, anything my name is attached to, I'm getting. We're
gonna capitalize off of it, yeah. Because she said something recently. You know, I love the Outlaws podcast is just one of her 14 million fucking projects that she always has going on at any given point in time. But on the Outlaws podcast, I heard her tell someone, you know, like, or I'm sorry, I don't know why I said heard her tell someone, but she has a segment called "Talk Your Shit." Where she's like, no, run down your accolades. I don't want no humble shit because people tell us all the time, sit down, shut the fuck up, don't talk about your accomplishments. And she's like, especially as marginalized people, talk your fucking shit and tell us what the fuck you have done. But in the midst of that one time, she was giving someone an example. She said, you know, they can't even say the word T.S. Madison without paying me. My name is copyrighted. It's copyrighted, bitch. If anyone's in a TV show, movie, song, in it, she said, if they say T.S. Madison, I will get a check, or they will no longer use that. You will get a letter from my attorney. And she said, I heard you say something earlier. You didn't say the same thing, but it made me think of it, and I wrote it down because I try my best to not cut people off, even though I do a terrible job at not doing it. But T.S. Madison always says, bitch, I know I'm gonna get it. I don't know when, and I don't know how, but I know I'm gonna get it. I don't know when, and I don't know how, but bitch, I know. How do you know? I know.
Because you know.
I know because I know.
That's all you got to do. Sometimes you got to know. You don't know how you're going to get to the end of the street. You just know I'm going to get my ass to the end of that road.
I'm gonna do it. We're going to get it done. Cedric, as we wrap up this segment and move on to BB's favorite segment in just a second, give us just a quick little elevator pitch, a quick little 1-2 of if someone else had ADHD and their brain's not comprehending everything all at one time, girl, give the people a little elevator pitch of what we want them to take away from today. What is the message? What is the punchline that you want people to remember?
Be yourself.
Ooh.
Love yourself.
He didn't hesitate. He did not hesitate.
No, you gotta be yourself. You gotta love yourself and love the shadows of yourself too. Because it takes the shadows to know what the light is. You gotta love every part of you. Be yourself and love yourself. That is the one thing I speak over everybody today. Just be yourself and love yourself.
In the shadows too. I like that. I've never heard that before. In the shadows too.
You gotta love your shadows. That's why they call it shadow work, so you can learn to love your shadows.
No, literally, because I fuck my words. I've been saying it more and more lately, but it's true. Like if you do, we were just talking about it before you got on. If you do not do what you need to do to protect yourself, if you do not love on you, if you do not protect your people, who's gonna do? You're the only one responsible. You're the only one who can love yourself. You can't count on love externally because guess what? That love can wither and change. Wither? Is that the right word? Waver? Yeah, it can waver. Wither away. There we go. Yeah, that's a word. Sometimes I got to make sure I'm not making up words over here.
Look, I do the same thing, but the world knows what I mean. It's okay.
Look, the girls who get it, get it. And if you don't get it, just continue following and watching and keep your mouth shut, all right? I'm weak. No, y'all heard the man. Love your damn self. My God. BB, I know you getting excited, girl, because you know Let's Talk About It is over, and you know what that means. We have moved on to BB's favorite segment of the show, people, called Disrespectfully, bitch. I hope and pray y'all didn't think we were going to get through an episode on a show called Disrespectfully the Girls without being a little disrespectful. Come on.
I'm not going to lie. This segment just gets me heated about the world every single time. Every single time.
I know. But y'all, we like to use this segment as a way to just get some frustration off of these titties we got carrying around, girl. Okay, we going through it, and sometimes we just need to read a bitch and let them know what's wrong is wrong and what's right is right, and you bitch, you wrong. Okay. And so BB, I'll start with you just because for me, I don't know, I like to use you as an example. Okay. And mainly, I'm trying to get my thoughts together on what I'm going to say while you doing your thing over there.
A little something.
Ooh, well, tell us. I want to know what's pissed you off this week. Who pissed in your Cheerios? Who came up and did whatever, girl? Who pissed you off? And then you know the drill. You got to read them for filth after.
You know, I got to bring somebody to the forefront.
Who are we bringing to the forefront?
We are bringing the governor of the great state of Mississippi. This man. So I don't know if you guys have been tracking the news, but recently there was I think a black college student that was found hanging by a tree. And I would think that as a governor of a state where the black population is the second highest in the United States. I think DC is number one. But I would think that he would have the decency to kind of say more than he did about the situation. And I felt like even the whole state of Mississippi, I would think that they would have more to say about the situation. So when it comes to someone that's not in their bucket of people, if you know what I'm saying, it's just black lives are not treated the same as when someone white dies.
Hmm.
So this man's life and the family's like, okay, we need to know what's going on because it's weird. So they ruled his death a suicide, but the family is like, he's not that type of person, and we don't know what was going on, but we need to look more into it of what actually happened. Especially being in a part of the country where he was, and then like hanging from a tree, like so.
And also just during the political climate currently, like with all the things happening.
So I feel like he was just forced to say something because he was the governor, but he really didn't give a shit. The only thing that he said was, I quote, "It was a tragedy." Basic level of, you know what, I'm just gonna address this shit because there's so many people that's talking about it and nudging the situation. I have to talk about it, but he didn't talk about it enough for me. But I know they're gonna get tired of hearing about Charlie Kirk. But
I don't give a fuck. Say it again.
But I quote, I don't want to misquote. So he said, I quote.
I quote.
Okay. This is truly a dark day for America. Charlie Kirk led discussions debating in good faith with his political opponents. He didn't have a cruel or violent bone in his body. He was a perfect example of civil political engagement should look like. The left has decided that the assassination and violence is a response to debate. It is hard to even process what this means for America. This is not the only example, but a striking and heartbreaking one. Today, it is not enough to say this doesn't mean anything good. Ellie and I join with all the people of our entire state praying for Charlie Kirk's. But this young man,
that was a mouthful.
But this man didn't say anything about Trey Reed's family. Not a single. He just said it was a tragedy.
That's it? It was a tragedy?
That is it.
It's expected. You can't be surprised. You can't be surprised at snake when it bites. Like,
yeah, that's like they say on Fact Talk all the time. White people going white people.
Yeah.
White people going white people.
But that pissed me off because like there's and this is not the only example of like black lives in Mississippi that got affected. And
of course,
if it's not affecting their community, then they don't have shit to say. And that's fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah. People never care until it's at their doorstep. They don't care until they're affected personally. And it's just like, bruh.
You know, when Charlie Kirk died, I honestly finally understood what it meant to be a cis straight white male in America. Because when I tell you I didn't give an absolute fuck, I did not give a fuck. I was like, wow, this is white privilege because you can just not care. It was beautiful. Him dying wasn't beautiful, but just
right. Well, I'm seeing the videos of like, because you know there are like memorial services popping up all over the country, and I am just seeing these people sob for a man they never knew.
And mind you, there's like several states, several cities, even in my like hometown, there's like a Charlie Kirk billboard, like with like his picture and like just basically like he was this political figure. Yes.
Yeah, well, they're saying
Wasn't he a YouTuber? Like something like that?
he did a podcast and he went around. He did a podcast talking about political topics, and I mean, honestly, the tours that he would go in all these universities was essentially an extension of that. It was just debates. And then he would go on a bunch of, other podcasts and shows and just debate and talk about all these controversial things. That's what he did. That's what he like. And like having flags at half mast and having national wide memorial services and this, that, and the third is just like, and you know what? I'm glad that you brought that up, BB, because bless you, because he's saying all this in support of Charlie Kirk, talking about the governor of Mississippi. Charlie Kirk didn't have nothing to do with this governor. Like, but when it comes to a black individual who is one of your residents, that is your resident, you're not even going to say as a possibility, we'll do a thorough investigation to see if they don't care. And that's the problem. They don't care. Why would they care? They don't care.
There's a football player. I forgot which one it was, but he's privately funding a.
Colin Kaepernick. Mm-hmm.
He's privately funding a autopsy because he's like, I don't believe that they did their job.
Yeah, and he faced so much hate from this great country because I think he knelt during like the national anthem, so they just wanted to cancel him, like just completely. And this man is a known NFL player, but we have like famous NFL players that's going to jail for sexual assault, but we're not talking about that because you know why?
Come on,
they're this color.
Come on,
there's this color.
Do that again. I think they missed it. Huh.
Yeah, that sounds about white.
Look, it's just crazy. BB, what you got to say about this governor from motherfucking Mississippi, bitch?
So,
I want you to picture that bitch sitting right in the room right across from you.
You know what? To be honest, the funny part is...
But don't swing. Don't swing on the camera, girl.
Oh, no. The funny part is, I was just... You know what? When you see a bitch face, because he just so irrelevant. So I'm like, you know what? I need to pull a picture of this bitch up.
You know what? Matter of fact, y'all look at the camera. We'll have a picture of him up on the screen right about now. Yeah. Okay.
First of all, you Bob the Builder looking bitch. How could you and your wife look like Bart and Marge Simpson? You think that you had so much to say about the wrong shit. You got a 1950s haircut with them big ass glasses that you have on. And you running around here think that you're such a great governor when all y'all standing for the wrong reasons. So you mushroom built carrot. I'm just heated. I'm heated.
Look, not mushroom built. Now he said big at the top and little at the bottom.
Carrot built.
What you say, Cedric?
I looked up a picture.
Let me see, girl. Put it to the screen right quick.
There she is.
Girl.
He looked like a character from Bob's Burgers.
Girl, what the fuck, girl?
He got going on.
It's a swoop. Like it's the greasy ass swoop for me.
You know, just your little motherfucking looking ass down somewhere. Like what?
Fuck.
Marge Simpson is crazy word.
Marge Simpson. Cartoon character ass bitches.
Elmer.
Wait, is she in politics too, or is she just his? I don't want to say just his wife, but fuck her too. Is she just his wife?
Elmer.
Girl, I just don't. They don't care, B. They don't fucking care. They're not gonna care.
No,
they're not gonna care.
But I mean that disrespectfully, bitch.
Fuck you,
y'all.
bitch. Cedric, what? Who you feel like being shady and disrespectful toward? What done happened?
I gotta take a hit before this one.
Please take a hit, girl.
I know that's right.
Look, shotgun it this way. I'll suck it in through the screen, girl. Shit.
I know that's right.
To Sammy, you nappy-headed ass bitch that worked at Publix over in Peachtree Corner that racially profiled my boyfriend, stopped him at the door, checked his bag, and he didn't have nothing in there. And then you sit there and you looked embarrassed and told him to walk away. And I had to go over there and talk to your supervisor. Just know, bitch, your days are numbered because we went ahead and sent them letters over to corporate on that ass because what you just did was racially profile somebody based off of the way that they look. So when your job gets, when we come and get that job of yours, because we're coming for you. Standing over there at Peachtree Corners, at that Publix in Peachtree Corners, Sandy. Yeah, them letters have been sent off, ma'am. So if you're seeing this, I just want you to know, you ragged head bitch, we're coming for you. We're coming for you and we're coming for your job. Because yes, we spoke to a supervisor, but now we're going to corporate because it's a corporate issue.
Oh,
we're not doing the coaching. We're taking that job away. Like how you wanted to take his rights away when he was working through that store. We're taking your job away, just like that.
Snatching that
right.
job up.
Give me that
Snatch
motherfucking
it.
job.
They want to snatch.
Public
job.
well, ho.
Public where? You gonna be in a public correctional facility somewhere, girl. That's where it's gonna be if we get our hands on you. Cause what do you know? I never understood that. I never understood. That's why, to be honest with you, when I walk out the store, well, I know like I never been to Publix. Do they like but you know like like when you go to like Sam's, Costco, all those things, they have the woman there. She's like counting the items in your fucking cart.
No,
but it's like I'm thinking of it's given like Walmart where someone's just standing at the door.
No,
nobody's even there.
No,
she picked him out. There's him. Pulled his bag. Pulled his stuff out of his bag. Saw that he didn't say anything, said he was free to go, and then told him he could leave. In that order.
Oh, bitch, that's a case waiting to happen.
They gave us $100 gift card and said, we're glad that we resolved this. No, y'all didn't.
Well, that's fine. I'll take the $100 gift card, use about $10 of it on postage for these letters going to corporate, and then we'll get a much bigger check in the end.
Because at the end of the day,
excuse me? And you know, not only does it make me angry, but God, how embarrassing that has to be, how degrading that has. I mean, I've never experienced that, but my God, how degrading that has to feel. So for a bitch to walk up to you, and I know she knows she fucked up when she realized there was nothing in that bag that was stolen. Mm-hmm. But it's too late, baby. You did what you done did, and now we're doing what we do.
Period.
So when you can't feed your motherfucking kids because your little job got taken away, I don't know what to tell you, bitch.
Snatch.
When you can't even afford rice and gravy or egg and rice or ramen noodles for these kids, I don't know what to tell. I don't want to hear, oh, they got my job taken away and cut off my income. Fuck you. Because just like my boy Cedric just said, you trying to take somebody's rights away. You don't get to just walk up on people and do that.
Exactly. Fuck public.
No way.
To add insult to injury, because when my boyfriend called me, I was at work. So I left my job. Mind you, if the public was right around the corner. So I said, I'm taking my break.
Oh, fuck that. I'm coming. Right.
I went around the corner there. He was still over there. He was upset. He said, I don't even go back in the store. I said, okay, I went back in there. Why did they find the one black gay manager? The one black gay manager that worked over in the kitchen. Because he got his picture up over the kitchen saying, kitchen manager. Y'all found the one black gay manager to be the one to come over to me. Oh, I understand. I get it. And he was cool
trying
people.
to resolve this situation.
He was cool people, but you went out of your way to find the one.
Because what the kitchen manager got to do with this?
I don't want to talk to him. I want to talk to her. The one
what the store manager. Right.
They kept her away from me. Because I wanted to have that conversation. I'm about to get violent with you, but we are going to have this conversation because why are you racially profiling somebody? More importantly, why aren't y'all allowing this woman to see me? That lets me know that y'all know that she's in the wrong.
And y'all better hold her accountable.
Publix, you've been called out.
And you better start training the rest of your employees so the fuck up don't happen again.
Exactly.
Because what, girl? I will never get it. And also, I've never had a job where I even cared that. Oh, girl, when I worked at Walmart, oh, they stealing? I don't give a fuck. Go steal, bitch. You think I'm about to chase you down?
And the
You
thing
think
is,
I'm about to chase you down?
she had to go out her way to do that because, like, I've been to Publix before. We don't have them in like the South or like in the Midwest. I think it's more like a Southeast type of thing. But when I was traveling for my job, I've been to Publix, and I'm like, okay, it's not giving door greeter. You
It's giving
literally had to,
Kroger.
yeah, you literally had to go out your way.
Just
You
because you
nappy
thought.
neckhead asshole.
Huh.
Fuck Publix. You're gonna be under a public bridge. You're gonna be using public
I didn't say
transportation.
that, Sammy. I didn't say that, Sammy. That didn't come out of my mouth. So when you said
We
black
we don't got nothing to do with it when it comes to him. He not
I'm trying to
saying
get
it.
this check. I'm trying to get this check.
Well, I'm not trying to get a check. He gonna be quiet so he can get his check as he needed. But a bitch you over here who got skin that looking like scrambled eggs, and it's only scrambled egg whites that got burnt up a little bit and they all dried out. That's who got something to say.
Look, there's no Publix in the Midwest, so
This a white
or in
bitch.
the-
Have you taken a bath in the last 14 business days? Did you use a towel when you took a bath? At least a towel to like scrub and exfoliate your skin, or you put your hand with the soap and just rubbed around some? Did you wash your coochie with only your hand? I just need to know. But you wonder why your skin look like scrambled eggs and you smell like fucking
And then the thing is,
4-day-old fucking salmonella.
None of her supervisors are real. Because when we went back over there to get the gift cards, yeah, I don't know what Sammy did. Why y'all gonna tell me the girl's name? Y'all ain't real. Y'all told me that girl's name. That's how I
I
found
got
out her
the name
name.
now.
Because
Sammy at Publix.
Sammy at Publix over in Peachtree Corner in Georgia.
Huh.
Over there by Target.
Y'all look at the screen. We got her picture up right now.
No, not yet.
Oh, weird.
Not yet.
No. Allegedly. Allegedly over this whole conversation. Allegedly. Cedric, girl, thank you so much for coming on Disrespectfully the Girls. We really appreciate you. I know this is a time-consuming process.
Oh, I've enjoyed myself. I've been over here.
Listen,
I got one last thing to add in.
Go ahead.
Hold on. So, all the people out there, if y'all want to, I'm having a virtual housewarming. If you want to, y'all can go ahead. I'm gonna send them my Amazon thank you for my virtual housewarming. You all can get me the things and do the things if you feel led to, or you can cash at me. Do whatever your heart.
Yeah, look at the screen. Anything he sends me is gonna be put on the screen right now. Okay, the cash app, the everything, girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna send them all the beautiful things.
Virtual housewarming. Is the housewarming party gonna be virtual too?
Maybe, probably not. Honestly, I'm thinking about like officially doing a housewarming, like a Christmas party type of thing, because by that point, I feel like my apartment will be like fairly together, and like I can have people over and be like, "Welcome to my house," as opposed to like the first one, kind of like, "Okay, I got to get this place together."
So you have like a wish list and everything that people can look at?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the link. It's on my
do it. It will be on here. And it will be in the description of everything. So y'all can just I don't want to hear I don't even got fingers to type it in. I saw it on the screen, but I couldn't type it in because my fingers got blowed off from the fireworks that we was using last July. Okay. That don't matter. Okay. There is no typing necessary. The link will be in the descriptions as well.
It'll be in the description.
I know that's right.
And if you don't contribute, get off my page. What you doing? You don't get to stay here and watch. What you doing? You better support these girlies down. What's going on?
And if y'all are ever in Atlanta, Georgia, let me know. Y'all come up here, we can chill, we can hang. I'm also not a big clubber, but I love riding scooters in downtown by Piedmont Park. And
that sounds so fun.
I will get a drink. I get myself a nice little drink. I go and ride my little scooter.
Can you imagine the punks and sissies riding scooters in downtown Atlanta, Georgia?
So last time I rode a scooter, it was downtown Houston. And when I tell you I almost died, because a bitch almost ran me over like with a car because
Girl.
I was turning and my cousin they turned and then they had this bitch. She didn't stop at the stoplight. She literally so it was either me get ran over or hit this curb. And when I tell you, I took a fucking tumble, and when I tell you, my face was bleeding, I was like, "What?" They almost took a bitch out, but it was fun. It was really
That's so
fun.
weak.
Like it was
Girl, we're
fun,
gonna be
and we
driving
wasn't
around
even
beep
drinking.
beep. Punk coming through, bitch. Move,
Punk,
bitch.
punk.
Punk. Punk coming through, girl. Y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. I don't care what platform you're listening on. Listen, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button, hit the look, everything. Comment and let us know when you're gonna be coming and riding scooters with us in downtown Atlanta, Georgia, with our new friend Cedric. Okay.
Boom.
Comment and let us know, and comment and let us know how much money you sent to his Cash App for his virtual housewarming collection. Okay.
Thank you.
A girl need to collect to get that apartment set up. Y'all know it's expensive out here in this economy. He's trying to scramble eggs on a paper plate. It's not
No,
working. Okay, he needs a
I'm
pound.
over here. I'm working. My knees and my back, and I'm just
Come
tired from work.
on, look, spinal. I broke my back.
What is
Work
this?
like a dog day and
My
night.
neck in my back. I don't broke my neck in my back.
My neck and my back. Spinal, girl. But no, thank y'all so much. I promise y'all, we feel all the love that you have been sending us, and we thank you for staying this long. And guess what? We're gonna see y'all. Oh, girl, what episode is this? I think this is episode 11. So we will see y'all in episode 12.
Hold up. Wait. Bitch, sometimes you just gotta do it disrespectful.
Oh, bye, y'all.
Bye.